In our first tutorial, we're going to be doing one simple task, two really. We're going to start by downloading Musescore, and then we're going to set up our very first Musescore score. We're not going to input any notes or do anything like that. We're just going to go through the process of downloading and setting up the score. These videos are meant to be short and bite-sized so that in 30 days you can, in theory, get a handle on how to use Musescore, but we don't want to do everything all at once. First of all, you want to go to musescore.org. Really importantly that you go to .org and not .com. Those are same company but different purpose. Musescore.org is the free download file of this music notation software. It's always free. It has complete full free functionality. It's not freemium or anything like that. But .com is it's like a sheet music subscription site, so you don't want to go there. You're going to want to click the free download button. You can also download multiple. If you click the download software, it has different instructions for Windows and Mac. I've already got it downloaded, so I will let you pause this video, download it, and install it on your computer the way you do with any other program, and then we will get to setting up our very first score. All right, I've got Musescore 4. This is the newest edition of Musescore as per this filming, but it's going to be really similar depending on the version. Okay, so I'm going to click through it, and we're going to set up our very first score. I've got Musescore Studio loading, and I've got a bunch of previous scores I've done before. I probably should update, but I'm not doing it right now. I'm going to click the big button that says New Score. And all of the scores that we're going to be composing over the next 30 days are going to be on the keyboard. So I'm going to set everything up in the keyboard column and piano. And I'm going to click the arrow, which basically adds the piano to the score. Now, if you were feeling really fancy, you could add vocals and all kinds of other things to your score, but we're just going to be doing piano straight through. There's more than enough to work on with just the piano alone. And you're going to see some default settings that come up with the score. The key of C major, the time signature, the tempo, the amounts of measures. We're going to leave all that just kind of set to the default. We're not going to do anything fancy with it. What I am going to set up is the title. And you can always change this afterwards, so you're not locked into anything. I'm going to, the first score that we're going to be working on is a D major scale. So I'll type that in. I don't really feel the need to put a composer or arranger, but for the subtitle, we're going to be doing 11 different compositions over the next 30 days. So I'm just going to call this, it's not really a composition in that it's brand new. It's more of a transcription. Let's call it Score 1. And I don't really want to put lyricist or copyright information, so I'm just going to leave those blank. Again, I could always add them in later, but if at this point, none of those categories really fit what we're doing here. It's just a scale. All right, I'm going to click the Done button now, and it's going to have everything all set up for me. So now you see our title, D major scales, Score 1, composer, arranger. We don't have one. I'm just going to double click it and hit the erase button because we do not need that. At least I don't need that. And we've got a whole bunch of blank spaces in which to input notes, and that's going to be the big point of focus in tomorrow's tutorial. Like I said, today we just wanted to get set up. Have a look around. You'll see there's a whole bunch of buttons related to rhythm and accidentals. There's a whole bunch of selections in the palette area, fingering, clefs, key signatures. We're going to be going through all of these over the next 30 days, and I'm going to teach you along the way a bunch of useful hotkeys. The hotkeys are meant to just basically enter things in on the keyboard nice and quickly and efficiently, so you don't have to keep clicking through your mouse for everything. I do a bit of a hybrid approach when I'm creating scores on Musescore. Now, a final step today is I want you to save your score. We're going to be working on it again. You can save as, etc., but I'm just going to save it as a Musescore file. It's defaulting to document, so maybe I'll just save it there for now. D major scale, I'm going to enter it in as Score 1. D major scale, and I'm saving it. Notice it's a .mscz file, Musescore file. It's really important because this is the type of file that we're going to be editing. We'll talk about this later too, but there's different ways to save your music. You can also export your music. You can export it as a PDF. You can export it as a WAV audio file or MP3 audio. There's a lot of different export options. But again, for now, we just want to save it as a Musescore file so we can get in there tomorrow and edit up the notes. All right, this is just hopefully a nice, simple way to get started.